Malibu residents, hit by devastation once again, are forced to battle the new blaze, and pet lovers march for a good cause.
Plus, see how a local middle school took hugging to a whole new level. All that and more next on OC News.
Hi, I'm Bailey Quist.
And I'm Laura Villalpando, and you're watching OC News, brought to you by the broadcast journalism students at Cal State Fullerton.
The Santa Anas roared through Southern California for a day and a half, but didn't take long for fires to combust in the Corral area and Latigo canyons of Malibu. The Corral fire erupted shortly before 3:30 a.m. Saturday and quickly grew before the winds died down. The fires have destroyed 53 homes and damaged 27 others. The Corral fire is believed to be the most destructive in the area in the past 15 years. Investigators determined that the fire, which broke out along a dirt road, was caused by human activity, but unsure if it was started intentionally. As much as 14,000 people have been evacuated. 7 firefighters suffered minor injuries battling on the blaze. On Sunday, the weather worked in firefighters' favor. A cool breeze in from the Pacific Ocean kept temperatures low and moisture levels high. The fire that has scorched 4,720 acres was about 70% contained, with full containment expected today.
Is hugging a crime? Well, according to Hughes Middle School in Tustin, it is. Noah Stillman, an 8th grader, was suspended and forced to stay home from school this past week after hugging a girl on campus. This was the 3rd time Stillman had been sent home after hugging other students. Parents and students took to the streets and picketed in front of the school on Wednesday morning, displaying signs that read "Honk for Hugs" and "Stop the War on Hugs." The Hughes Code of Ethics enforces a hands-off policy, specifically citing no hugging or holding hands. A bit extreme? Maybe, but according to Principal Tracy Vander Hayden, this is all in favor to protect students from unwanted hugs.
600 new jobs may be coming to Boeing's campus in Huntington Beach. That's if it wins a highly contested contract for military radios. Boeing is competing with Lockheed Martin to build a fast, high-performance radio system for the military that stands up to its current radio system. The aerospace giant is creating a radio to feature internet-like capabilities, enabling war fighters to communicate with one another through a network that has no boundaries, whether on land, air, or sea. The system will bring real-time transmission of text, voice information, and stream live video. Boeing is working hard not only in developing the radio, but also in getting the proposal approved. However, according to Aviation Weekly, the contract will be awarded in late February.
The Associated Students Incorporated and 23 other student organizations sponsored the 2nd annual rally against hate on the campus of California State University, Fullerton. OC News reporter Courtney Reed takes us inside the rally.
The Rally Against Hate is a 3-hour program that was developed to raise awareness of hate and other forms of prejudice and to promote tolerance, understanding, and peace. But before the rally even began, 5 nooses were discovered by the rally's coordinator hanging from the clothesline that was going to be used to display shirts for the event. Once the nooses were removed, shirts designed by students hung from the clothesline as a part of the Clothesline Project. The shirts detail different students' experiences with prejudice and hate.
Some people believe hate crimes are events of the past. Unfortunately, they're alive and well. In order to get rid of hate, we must tear it down.
The open mic session allowed students to take the stage and speak out against hate.
Teaching. Till Malcolm was cool and some Confederates still waved their flag. Then in 1968, they got mad at a black man when he balled his fan.
The rally also included the Wall of Prejudice and the Wall of Hope. The Wall of Prejudice served as a way to vent against any stereotypes or experiences they've had with hate.
Whether it be race, religion, anything like that. It's just whatever you want to say, it's the Wall of Prejudice.
The Wall of Hope allowed students to write down their commitments to end hate. Each commitment will be mailed back to them to ensure that they keep their promise. Shazid Kamal of the Muslim Public Affairs Council took the stage and spoke about the fear and prejudices towards Muslims post-September 11th.
Because one person does something from a certain group, all of a sudden the entire group gets categorized into that one person. And not only that, that one person's one trait.
Musician Randy Driscoll performed several songs at the rally, including her song, What Matters. What Matters is the official benefit single for the Matthew Shepard Foundation. Matthew Shepard was a student at the University of Wyoming who was savagely beaten to death because he was gay. The Rally Against Hate provided a safe and peaceful environment that united different cultures, sexualities, and languages. For OC News, I'm Courtney Reed.
In national news, Iowa voters took a look at presidential candidates who concentrate on lowering gas prices. The rising cost puts a strain on traveling long distance. In Iowa, the average gas price is $3 a gallon.
In Arizona, a 26-year-old man who was illegally trying to enter the U.S. stopped to help a 9-year-old boy and was involved in a car accident. The man stayed and comforted the boy overnight until hunters noticed the two and called authorities. The sheriff's office of Santa Cruz County said the accident occurred after a 45-year-old woman was driving north of the Mexican border.
Senator Pete V. Domenici, a Democrat, has announced that he will not seek another term in the Senate, thus leaving the seat open for the state's 3 members of Congress to battle it out. This has many Congress members surrendering their House careers, which sets off a domino effect of political consequences for incumbents and newcomers alike.
The Students for Peace and Social Justice held an event at Cal State Fullerton in support for the Mumia AbuJamal case, where he has been on death row for 24 years for being falsely convicted for killing a Philadelphia police officer. OC News reporter Jamie Nomura has the story.
The Students for Peace and Social Justice held an event at Cal State Fullerton for the Mumia AbuJamal case, where the Partisan Defense Committee spoke and showed a film with more information about his case. Mumia AbuJamal has been on death row for 24 years for being falsely convicted for killing a Philadelphia police officer. Mumia AbuJamal's birth name is West Cook.
Write for anybody who wants me to write for them. And I'm fighting my conviction, fighting the sentence, fighting for my life, and fighting to create revolution in America.
Mumia was a journalist for the Black Panther Party. He now does spoken word commentaries over prison radio. He writes a weekly column for the German language Marxist paper. He also wrote Live from Death Row and Death Row Blossoms, a book of poetry. The Free Mumia campaign is worldwide, from the United States to Asia. The president of the Students for Peace and Social Justice heard Mumia one day while listening to prison radio and became interested in his case.
It always interests me, like how the political system manufactures a propaganda to criminalize some individuals for their political views, simply because they see them as a danger to a system, status quo, or any other things. So that's what intrigued me about Mumia AbuJamal.
This is where I heard Mumia say himself, revolution means change. If you believe in something, say you want change and do something about it. At the Titan Theater, I'm Jamie Nomura, OC News.
Into election 2008, here's Courtney Reed.
Thank you, Bailey. While most of us were celebrating Thanksgiving, some presidential candidates are spending theirs on the campaign trail. Since Thanksgiving falls just 6 weeks before the first caucuses in Iowa, Senator Joe Biden of Delaware and Chris Dodd of Connecticut spent their Thanksgiving in Iowa volunteering in hopes to gain the majority in the upcoming caucus. New Hampshire keeps its tradition alive by setting its earliest ever presidential primary to January 8th, to continue to hold its place as the first primary for the presidential election. By finally setting their date, New Hampshire ended months of speculation that included them pushing their primary all the way to December just to hold the #1 spot. The presidential race is heating up as the primaries get closer and closer. Candidates are pulling out the big guns and taking aim at each other. Senator Hillary Clinton questioned Senator Barack Obama's experience, and Senator Fred D. Thompson took a shot at Rudy Giuliani and his support of gun control. The race is definitely getting spicier as the primaries near. As for the polls, on the Democratic side, Hillary Clinton still holds the lead, with Barack Obama trailing behind. While the Republican race is led by Senator Rudy Giuliani, Senator Fred Thompson is trying to hold onto the #2 spot. Well, that's it for me now. Back to you, Bailey.
Thank you, Courtney. Orange County pet owners put on their most comfortable walking shoes to participate in the K9K Pet Cancer Awareness Walk. OC News reporter Desiree Macias. The 1.8-mile Pet Cancer Awareness Walk was held on Saturday, November 10th and sponsored by the Veterinary Pet Insurance Company. It took place at Irvine Regional Park in the city of Orange. Veterinary Pet Insurance, also known as VPI, launched Pet Cancer Awareness Month in November of 2005 to call attention to the nation's #1 killer of dogs and cats.
There's so many efforts out there to raise money for human health causes, breast cancer, to cancer in humans, diabetes, multiple sclerosis, and you don't see as many causes for pets, even though they suffer from the same conditions that humans do.
Walkers paid a registration fee of $30, which was donated to the Animal Cancer Foundation to help fund cancer prevention and treatment research. One of the Animal Cancer Foundation's key objectives is to ensure that pets affected by cancer receive the best available treatment. As humans and their pets walked through the tree-lined paths, many felt a sense of pride knowing that they have helped out such a great cause. Some walkers even brought family and friends to cheer them on as they ran or walked across the finish line.
Well, I won the vet, and I'm very competitive, and he is too. You can see how physically fit he is. I just love to run, and I won the race, so I'm pretty proud of myself. I'm pretty proud of him.
The Pet Cancer Awareness Walk was a huge success and brought in $7,355 to the Animal Cancer Foundation. For more ways on how you can make a difference, visit www.acfoundation.org. The event showed us that cancer doesn't just affect humans, it affects our pets as well. From the K9K Pet Cancer Awareness Walk, I'm Desiree Macias, OC News.
Coming up after the break, we will recap all the exciting sports highlights.
Plus, see what past Cal State Titans get inducted into the Titan Hall of Fame. This and much more after the break.
When your children ask where you got married, will you have to tell them, over there by the unleaded? When we lose a historic place, we lose a part of who we are. Help protect historic places in your community. Visit nationaltrust.org.
Welcome back. Our very own health expert Lauren Mendoza has the latest on how to keep you and your family safe. Lauren.
Thank you, Laura. Government health officials may be adding a new warning label to children's flu medications due to reports of neurological problems such as hallucinations and convulsions. The FDA has been reviewing Roche brand Tamiflu since 2005 and has received reports of nearly 600 cases of neuropsychiatric events from patients on this drug and 115 from those on GlaxoSmithKline's Relenza. An outside group of pediatricians is scheduled to meet later this week and further review the effects of these medications on children. STDs chlamydia, gonorrhea, and syphilis have hit record highs, as reported Tuesday by federal health officials. Over 1 million cases of chlamydia were reported in the U.S. last year, the highest number for any STD ever. Center for Disease Control officials say this rise may be a result of more intensive screening. gonorrhea has increased consecutively over a 2-year period. Doctors are now seeing a superbug version that is resistant to common antibiotics, though they are unsure if this version is the reason for the increase. And syphilis, a potentially fatal disease, was reported to have risen by 1,100 cases from 2005 to 2006. A national telephone survey recorded that the percentage of women who claim to exercise regularly has risen 4% from 2001 to 2005 and up 2% in men. However, obesity rates are not declining. In fact, heart disease and other weight-related health conditions have been rising. Researchers believe the conflicting numbers may be the result of a number of factors. People often do not recall accurately their amount of physical activity, and if you are engaging in moderate activity but eating a high-fat diet, you will not reap the benefits of your exercise. Well, that's it for the health report. Ladies?
Thanks, Lauren. On the 23rd Annual Aid Walk of Los Angeles, it was all about community support and a hope for a better future. OC News reporter Min Bui has the story.
Walk of Los Angeles was held in the wake of an AIDS vaccine trial failure. Walkers came from all over the Southland are inspired by different motives.
Nita from Cal State Fullerton. We're a Latinas-based organization, and we're here walking for the cause.
The Super Sister walked for a cure.
The cure.
Every year, so you know people are becoming more and more aware, so that's the big thing.
Marilyn Rubin walked for her mom.
Mission was to walk the 10 kilometers because my mom died in 1981. It all dawned on me yesterday, it came as a revelation that maybe she died of AIDS because nobody knew what she died of.
Pam Yasky walked for her stepson and herself.
I'm walking for myself because I'm also HIV positive. I'm walking for the women at risk. I'm walking for anyone and everyone who's living with HIV and AIDS, and especially today in memory of my son.
Since its discovery in the 1980s, AIDS have claimed more than 25 million lives. Today in Los Angeles, California, there has been estimated 60,000 people living with AIDS and HIV. Since 1985, the AWLA has raised $55 million for prevention and health care. Marianne Cristales talks about the struggle of living with someone that is sick.
It's really hard when your parents are, or when someone you love has like a disease like cancer, AIDS, because you're constantly in the hospital, and then there will be days where they'll be in the hospital and you'll be at home, and then there's like this. It's really traumatic.
AIDS is an uncurable disease that takes a lot of human determination to live.
My message is to keep on fighting, fight the good fight. There's always hope. There's always hope, and we all have a lot to live for.
And to keep on living takes courage, determination, and hope that one day there will be a cure. This is Min Bui reporting for OC News in Los Angeles.
Now on to the thrilling world of sports. Here's Sharon Farzijani with all of the weekend's highlights. Sharon?
Thanks, Laura. The holidays were not so relaxing for many NFL football players. They were working hard, scoring touchdowns and field goals instead of working on second helpings of stuffing. The Patriots got lucky with some curious choices by A.J. Feely in crunch time, helping them for a 31-28 victory over the Eagles Sunday night. It wasn't such a sunny day for the Bills, though, when they came to a 36-14 defeat facing the Jacksonville Jaguars. Are we completely sold on the Jaguars? Let's reach a decision at Week 13 of the NFL games with a victory at Indy next Sunday the 2nd. Let's see what's cooking in the NBA kitchen. The Cleveland Cavs were having a blast laughing at the Pacers for about 2.5 quarters. But the joke was almost on them. While Indiana erased a 14-point deficit in the third, Cleveland rallied behind LeBron James' fourth triple-double of the season, beating the Pacers 111-106. There was no giving in Los Angeles either on Sunday night, as Jason Kidd had 15 points, 14 assists and 7 rebounds, leading the Nets to a 102-100 victory over Kobe and the Lakers. Carlos Boozer had the smile back on his face when Deron Williams had fully recovered from his toe injury and joined him, overpowering the Pistons 103-93 with 36 points and 11 rebounds. Williams added 21 points and 14 assists. The Bulls were getting blown out early as they had their fourth straight loss to the Toronto Raptors, 93-78. But last and not least, San Antonio broke into the third as Elite Class took home 116-101 win over Seattle. That's it for the world of sports. Now back to you, ladies.
Thank you, Sharon. Several new members were inducted into the Titan Hall of Fame. OC News reporter Jonathan Camus has more on the story.
The second annual Titan Hall of Fame ceremony was held at the Titan Student Union Saturday night. Former Cal State Fullerton legends returned to the campus where they first gained their notoriety. Among them were former baseball greats Mark Kotsay and Phil Nevin. That's right, at one time Cal State Fullerton had a football team. Mark Collins played cornerback for the Titans from 1982 to 85. I asked him where being a Titan Hall of Famer ranks among his many accomplishments. Leon Wood was one of the best players to ever lace up his shoes for the Titan basketball squad. He still holds its school record for assists and is the second all-time leading scorer. He put his Hall of Fame induction into perspective. Two female Titan greats were also inducted, Heather Colleen Frazone and Judy Garman.
Six new members have been inducted into the Titans Hall of Fame tonight, all of them very worthy and humble in accepting their accomplishments. This was only the second time that the TSU building has held this gala event. Titan officials hope for more events just like this one in the future. Reporting for OC News, Jonathan Camus.
To take you into how the business world is doing, here is Chris Kim with the latest.
Thank you, Laura. Well, $6 billion of subprime adjustable rate mortgage loans have some 2 million homeowners in trouble. Mortgage loans given to home buyers with poor credit are due to reset at a higher amount during the coming months. This could leave many people forced out of their homes and many in the housing industry out of work. Financial service occupations related to credit and lending in the U.S. have already been affected. Taking a twist in entertainment business, the writers' strike continues in a dispute, and according to officials, this could end up affecting the region's economy. A potential loss could rise over $20 million a day in direct production spending if the writers' strike were to last till next month. It has now been over 3 weeks since thousands of TV and film writers marched along Hollywood Boulevard. Film LA President Steve McDonald said, quote, "If the strike continues, it's going to have a huge impact on the local economy and middle class jobs, end quote. And this could cause the loss of 1,500 jobs. The entertainment industry accounts for almost 7% of Los Angeles County's multi-billion-dollar economy. And lastly, guess what time it is? It's holiday shopping season, and it is in full swing. Many consumers are worried of spending themselves into debt this year. Robert Manning, author and insider to Consumer Financial Services, said, quote, "They can feel that a recession may be coming," end quote. According to the Federal Reserve, consumers' debt rose from $3.7 billion in September to $2.48 trillion last year. Well, that's all we have. Ladies, shopping season, it's in full swing. Did you guys do any shopping over the weekend?
No, I'm broke. I
How
don't
about
have
you?
any money.
I actually, over the Thanksgiving holiday, I was in New York, and my family, we did venture out to Macy's in New York, which was quite the adventure, but I didn't buy anything.
Geez, how long were the lines over there? Pretty hectic, isn't it?
I wouldn't say it was lines, but just a mass of people.
Oh, I
so
love it. Holiday
it was crazy.
Season, full swing.
Well, thank you for that information, Chris. And if you're wondering how Black Friday turned out, here's Lauren Mendoza with the details.
The holiday shopping season kicked off Friday as it does every year. Black Friday, a title given to the day after Thanksgiving, brought thousands to malls and shopping centers everywhere. The Brea Mall, home to 5 major department stores, opened its doors at 6 a.m. to eagerly awaiting shoppers. Lines formed out of the Apple Store and Disney Store. State Farm took advantage of the high traffic and provided free coffee to shoppers. Despite the heavy traffic, customers like Wendy O'Keel still had a great shopping experience.
It was great. I'm just excited. I'm happy. I have packages. That makes me smile. Yeah.
Brea once again implemented their trolley service to accommodate shoppers and relieve them of the hassle of mall parking. However, trolleys were leaving empty.
We're a little bit disappointed with our sale of buy one, get one 50% off. It's not driving the traffic through the door that we anticipated, so hopefully midday it will change and we'll get the traffic we needed.
Economic hardships, including higher gas prices and an increase in foreclosures, shifted customers to other stores. You could find the crowds at lower price stores such as Kohl's, Walmart, and Target.
Last year, today, we did 48,000. Our goal this year is 64,000.
Their final total that day was 34,000, only a little over half of their goal.
Black Friday may not have been as successful as in past years. However, retailers are still hopeful that over the next month, it will be a successful holiday shopping season. In Brea, I'm Lauren Mendoza for OC News.
Right, yeah.
Coming up in entertainment, Hannah Montana is soon to break out of the small screen and into the big screen. And Paul Giamatti gives jolly old Saint Nick a new spin.
You can turn the world on with a smile. Well, it's you, girl, and you should know it. Love is all around, why don't you take it?
The best way out is by coming in. Going to family learning programs helps you and your family lead better lives. Call 1-877-FAMLIT1 because making it after all shouldn't just happen on TV.
Is due to start shooting the Hannah Montana movie in early April. But location arrangements are still in the works. Billy Ray, Miley's father, wants the film to be shot in Tennessee, which is the main location of the film, but there is fear that the state will not be able to provide Disney with enough financial incentive for the shoot. Fred Claus is the holiday movie to check out this year, but the portrayal of Santa, played by Paul Giamatti, is a bit different from the cookie-cutter version we've seen in movies before. In Fred Claus, the focus is on Santa as a human being and all of the issues he must face, including weight problems and arguments with his brother, played by Vince Vaughn. Be ready for the holiday laughs this season. In the video game world, the music is slowly dying when it comes to the popular game Guitar Hero. The Romantics are fighting for their song What I Like About You through a lawsuit against Activision, the maker of Guitar Hero. Put down the guitar and stop the music. The Romantics claim this isn't a copyright lawsuit, but rather they argue the Guitar Hero version of What I Like About You is too similar to the original cover version. The holidays bring gifts of all kinds. Singer Timbaland and fiancée Monique Idlet have a new baby girl in their lives. Having gotten engaged last month, the couple is excited for their wedding coming up next year.
A local Orange County man is making a name for himself in the cinema world with his first feature film. Jamie Nomura has the latest.
A Santa Ana native is making his U.S. movie premiere with his film Maquillaje. This film is all in Spanish with English subtitles. Marcial Rios premiered his film at the Cine Sin Fin Film Festival. This is the 13th annual East LA Chicano Film Festival. Cine Sin Fin's mission is creating a venue for aspiring Chicano filmmakers and video artists. Cine Sin Fin was started by the founders of La Brava. Marcial Rios wrote, directed, and produced Maquillaje. It has been 5 years since he started the making of this film.
Inspiration for Maquillaje, I guess, life, really. I mean, one day I was driving by and I saw this clown on a used car lot, and I just kind of started imagining how her life would be, you know? And my imagination just kind of kept going after that, and I guess I used a lot of my own insecurities and problems at the time, and I look at it now and it's like, wow, I guess all those characters were me.
Maquillaje has been shown in 2 film festivals, the Indie Cannes Film Festival in Canada and the Cine Sin Fin Film Festival in Los Angeles. So what's next for Maquillaje?
Maquillaje right now, it's going through the film festival circuit, so the nearest film festival, hopefully we're going to take it to across the nation, and whichever film festival wants to screen it, I'm pretty much willing to let them have it. So yeah, film festivals and hopefully on DVD soon.
Check out Maquillaje coming to a city near you. In East Los Angeles, I'm Jamie Nomura, OC News.
With the latest in technology news, here's our very own tech-savvy reporter, Min Bui.
Thanks, Bailey. 28 colleges and universities, including Stanford and Yale, have finally decided to go high-tech by posting course lecture online free at charge. Students can now catch up on their classes by downloading the professor's lecture from iTunes and listening to it in their iPods. Ever wanted to know how it feels to be a doctor? Now you can with the latest version of Trauma Center from Nintendo Wii. Players will be introduced to lessons on applying bandages and cleaning wounds. The game gets harder when players are asked to operate on the heart and the brain and even dogs. A class action lawsuit filed in California is claiming that Halo 3 causes crashes on Xbox 360. The game was specifically designed for Microsoft, but it is also compatible with Xbox. But according to Randy Nunes, the video game crashes, freezes, and locks up his Xbox. Nunes is seeking $5 million in damages. Christmas is just around the corner, and new high-tech gizmos are the perfect gift. The #1 gift this Christmas is a picture frame with a digital twist. Digital photo frame starts from $50. Plasma HD TVs are always in style. Since the Federal Communication Department ordered all U.S. television broadcasts to switch over to digital instead of analog. The switch would take place on February 2009, so it's never too early to get digital. Laptops are always on the top of the gift chain for students. According to the website pc.com, the top laptop this Christmas is Apple MacBook Pro that will set you back $3,000. Well, that's all for now in the world of technology. Back to you, ladies.
Mommy Helen's Bakery in Colton is a place where many famous celebrities and others come from all over the nation to get their pies and cobblers.
We're getting calls as far as Texas. Cincinnati, Ohio, Texas, Colorado, northern area. They're just calling from everywhere.
Celebrities such as Shaquille O'Neal, Master P, Layla Ali, and Eric Dickerson purchased their desserts from Mommy Helen's. When Shaquille O'Neal got married in December of 2003, he ordered 255 peach pies from Mommy Helen's, one for each one of his guests can take home.
A customer that has had our pies for about 30 years, she's just a friend, and she told me that, and that actually started with my mom, her tasting my mom's pies and everything. So she told me that she's come in and she's gotten more pies, and the consistency is still there. It's never changed, and it's just amazing. You know, we just take pride in what we do.
Mommy Helen's old-fashioned homemade style of baking is what has separated it from the rest. Mommy Helen's recently competed at the Wine and Food Festival hosted at the Orange Show in San Bernardino. With over 800 people in attendance and more than 100 vendors competing, Mommy Helen's won second place for best dessert. Mommy Helen's sells 200 pies and cakes on a daily basis, but with its popularity rising, that number is sure to grow. This has been Samuel Jimenez reporting from Colton for OC News.
McDonald's Corporation has woken up and smelled the coffee. The fast food giant has decided to perk up its beverage and breakfast offerings to upscale coffee drinks, breakfast sandwiches, and breakfast burritos to its U.S. restaurants. The lucrative beverage market is a $12 billion industry, and McDonald's wants a part of it. The addition of espresso coffee drinks, which are being tested in more than 800 stores, will begin next year and will last likely through 2009. But McDonald's doesn't stop there. They also plan to add sweet tea, frappes, smoothies, and bottled beverages to stores. According to MSNBC, Don Thompson, president of McDonald's USA, said, quote, "We want to move from beverages as an accompaniment to a beverage destination," end quote.
Cirque du Soleil has hit Southern California by the looks of it. It's not going anywhere anytime soon. Their newest production, Corteo, opened November 8th at the Orange County Fair and Exposition Center in Costa Mesa. The Quebec-based circus company has kept growing as international entertainment, and now the Kodak Theater has committed to a 10-year, $100 million agreement with Cirque du Soleil to create a permanent show for the Hollywood venue. The new production will be based on the Hollywood movie industry. It is expected to open in 2010. The agreement comes at a time when the Kodak Theater was struggling to book successful shows.
Los Angeles County started a voluntary program to stop using trans fats in local restaurants. The restaurants that agree with the program will get a decal to display in their windows. Trans fats are altered fats that are used in frying, baking, and in manufactured foods to extend shelf life. Some national fast food chains, including Burger King, KFC, and McDonald's, have already switched to other oils. There is mounting evidence that shows trans fats increase the risk of high cholesterol and heart disease. This has led to campaigns around the country to stop their use.
No matter what type of party it is, people love to get together and enjoy each other's company. Find out how you can have fun and look beautiful at the same time. OC News reporter Desiree Macias has the story.
For those who are interested in looking and feeling good, a unique but affordable way to do so is to host an at-home beauty party. Aura Medical Day Spa owner Wendy Bowler tries to host these parties at least once a month.
That promotes health and wellness and making ourselves feel better. That's why I named my spa Aura, because I just don't want to make you look good, I want to make you feel good. And I think when you look better, you feel better.
Bowler's party had guests relaxing as celebrity esthetician and future Bravo reality TV star Dino Mora gave them that much-deserved facial to calm their skin from stress in life's everyday worries. I
think whether it's a spa party or something else, it gives us an opportunity to ground ourselves, feel good about ourselves again, take ourselves out of our head from our day-to-day routine. So I think it's really helpful. I think it makes you a better person, a better mom, a better wife, a better friend, everything.
With fine wine and healthy snacks to munch on, guests took a break for beauty to bleach their teeth, avoiding the high prices most dentists charge for the service. If that wasn't enough R&R, a short walk down the hall leads you to the 30-minute ionic foot bath. Guests soaked their feet in clean, warm water, which eventually pulled all the toxins out of their body, causing the water to go from this to this. If partygoers were interested in taking some of the beauty home with them, they could purchase some Sepulveda jewelry or even the highly praised Obagi skincare line. To find out how you can host or attend an upcoming beauty party, contact Wendy Bowler by logging on to www.auramedicaldayspa.com. Beauty parties allow you to have the day spa experience in the comfort of your own home. For OC News, I'm Desiree Macias.
That's it for us here at OC News.
Join us here again next week for more Orange County news and friends. Thanks for watching.